What is going on with the going on, y'all? Man, guess what? The Pistons lost again. What? The Pistons lost again. They let Donovan Mitchell and Harden do their thing, and the Caucasians shot the ball again. Because guess what? The Pistons lost again. Now, before I get into the funky stuff, you know what I'm talking about? Shout out to JB Bickerstaff. I I I won't talk about what I'm gonna talk about, but you did. You know what I'm talking about? Ain't nothing I could really complain about. You did. The only thing I could say was JD played too much. Other than that, and you let DJ start. So what else can I say? You know what I'm saying? You did your due diligence, good brother. You know what I'm talking about? Now let's talk about it. So the Cleveland Cavaliers played the Detroit Pistons. The series is 3-2 in favor of the Cleveland Cavaliers. The score 117 to 113. Far as the game, it was really back and forth. You ask me. I mean, you know, I'm talking about the Pistons ain't want to let up. The Cleveland Cavaliers didn't want to let up. Now let's get into some of this rhetoric. The first half, I'm thinking, okay, it's going to be 3-2 the Pistons. The Pistons came out. You know, the first quarter was kind of wishy-washy, you know what I'm saying? And I really didn't watch a lot of the first quarter. I was doing this and that, trying to get my little thing prepared to do this right here. So, you know, I wasn't there for the first quarter. But the second quarter on down, we did our thing. But first, the first half go. Like, for the first 6 minutes, the Pistons was going to work. That second quarter, them first 6, 7 minutes, the Pistons couldn't miss a shot. Tobias Harris was making baskets. They even let DJ Jenkins start because Robinson had a back issue. I'm like, hey, everything is everything right now. We doing our thing. We was up. Everything was going. They even caused a lot of like 10 turnovers. We had 20 points off them turnovers. I'm like, oh, this is just looking magnificent. You know what I'm saying? Harden wasn't doing a whole lot. There wasn't no flopping going on for real because the Pistons was working. I think they went up as much as 15. It was definitely a tale of two halves because, oh my God, I mean, even Thompson had like 4 steals. First half was what it was. I'm like, the Pistons gonna win again. You know what I'm saying? But to no avail. You know what I'm talking about? Because in the second half, oh my God, we had costly turnovers. Ham was tied. Cade Cunningham, people who don't know, but Ham was tied. Tobias Harris did as much as he could, but you know what I'm talking about? JD was non-existent. That man had 9 points, 4 rebounds, and 1 assist. Come on, bro. You was an all-star. And then what's funny about that is you begged to be an all-star. And you not doing your all-star. Now I am supposed to let up just a tad because you're a young fella and you know you just not coming into your own. You ain't recognizing the situation. But you in the playoffs, sir. You're gonna get this ridicule. You're gonna get these people that's old school upset. Dang, I'm old school now. So I'm gonna get peeved when I see people ain't living up to their potential. You get paid to play basketball, sir. You get paid to play basketball. So you should be, you know what I'm saying? I don't want to know. I want to say mutant to the ridicule, sir. You supposed to, you know what I'm saying? That's where it's supposed to come in one end, out the other. But I guess it take you a while to be there. You know what I'm saying? And I guess you gotta, you know what I mean? This is y'all first little rodeo. You know, them first couple of years, especially Ham. You know what I'm saying? He was on a losing team. So for him to be winning is probably new. You know what I'm talking about? And then, to be truthfully honest, he is riding about the town with a messed up lung. So they controlling your breathing, because I'm doing physical therapy. Controlling your breathing is a must. You know what I'm saying? When you're trying to come from something. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, let's get into some of these stats. I mean, far as the Cleveland Cavaliers go, Mobley did his job. That man had 19 points, 8 rebounds, and 8 assists. He was on the flow, all over the flow. You know what I'm talking about? You had Josh Allen. He had a double-double, 16 and 10. So them two big men, that means the big man was not being stopped. And this is what I can say about JB. JB, you should have put Reed in a whole lot quicker. You gave JD like 25 minutes. That man should have had like 19 minutes. You feel me? And you seen when he came in, the man had 10 points and 9 rebounds. Am I saying? Hold on. 8 rebounds. He down there had a double-double in the 15 minutes you gave him. You know what I'm talking about? You should have put him in a little earlier, but you know what I'm saying? Like I said, DJ had I call him DJ. Mr. Jenkins. Mr. Jenkins went to work. That man had 19 points off the starting role. You feel me? He was doing his job. He might have missed a 3 or 2. I mean, they could have did better at the 3. Wasn't nobody really hitting those threes, but you had Go Blue gone. You know what I'm talking about? Robinson is the 3-point artist, so I figured you would struggle a little bit on threes, and the Cleveland Cavaliers made threes. You know what I'm saying? You had motherfuckers like Josh Strus or Michael Strus. Well, I think it's Michael Strus. Strus had 20 points. Excuse my language, but that Caucasian was shooting the blood out that ball. You know what I'm talking about? When you least expect it, he was making a shot. You know what I'm talking about? But we ain't grab enough boards, so when they got their second chance opportunities, they didn't make light of them. They went straight to what they were supposed to do. Shout out to them Cleveland Cavaliers, because they did their due diligence, for sure. You feel me? And the Pistons didn't. That's 2 games in a row that you didn't do what you were supposed to do, sir. I can't get mad at the lineup for real, because that's kind of how it should go. It should have started off that way. We probably would have been 4-5. This probably would have been the last game, you tell me. Because the first half, oh man, damn near. And then it just seemed like as soon as the third quarter started, y'all was discombobulated. And shout out to Harden for he had a 30 ball. Shout out to him for, you know what I'm saying? He put forth a valid effort. Now I can say this. Some of his shots didn't fall like he wanted to, you know. And I wish he would stop flopping. We understand you want a foul call, sir. You ain't got to be making up foul calls, falling all in the motherfuckers. You literally, the Tobias Harris foul where you kicked your feet out, sir. And you do that shit a lot. They need to make a rule to where if you don't come straight up and down, it's an offensive foul. Because you kicking your feet up to make contact with the other player, it's getting absent now. It's getting to the point where certain refs starting to pay attention to, damn, you feel me? We can't even call a foul because we don't know what it is. We literally watched you kick your feet out though, sir. The after effect fouls. You know what I'm saying? Which actually get the Pistons frustrated, and then they, you know what I'm saying, they start making foolish mistakes. You feel me? Kay Cunningham. Come on, brother. I understand you tired. You know what I'm saying? And it really ain't nobody else putting forth a valid effort. I mean, we got Tobias, but damn, man, we can't keep leaning on the elder statesman to make it happen. Even Paul Reed. Paul Reed older than you. We can't keep leaning on the older guys to get it done. And DJ, he ain't, you know what I'm saying? He do his thing, but he just fast. If you cut out the speed, I don't think he like he like Struder from the Cleveland Cavaliers. If he ain't going fast, he might not get none done. I don't know, man. This game was one of them games where I don't even want to talk crap for real. You know what I'm saying? I want to give out a little couple pointers and just keep it moving because you know what I'm saying. I love my Pistons, man. I'm a town home favorite when it comes to shit. I love my Pistons. I love my Lions. I love my Red Wings. I love my Tigers. Oh my, do I love my hometown? So I be frustrated when they lose. For real, for real. It be more than just pointers. It be about my heart too. Is there a heart? Is there a heart in the house tonight? Stand up. You know what I'm talking about? We're gonna stand up though, man. Shout out to the Pistons, man. And even more of a shout out to the Cleveland Cavaliers. Y'all came, y'all saw, y'all concert. Y'all came, y'all saw, y'all conquered. Sold out concerts. What the hell are you waiting for? Yeah. They went, I mean, come on now. Gotta give something up. And we can't blame it on Mitchell. Like, oh, Mitchell went to work. I told y'all from the beginning of the series, after game one, I looked at, oh, they can't stand in front of them. And that's basically what it is. Harden went first half. Mitchell didn't even do a lot. You feel me? I figured Mitchell was going to come in the second half. And then we was going to be at it. We did a lot of trapping and holding him hostage. But guess what? Harden got his 30. And guess what? They won. It did help a little bit that them Caucasians was making a jump shot, especially Struz. But let me get off of that because the Pistons did not win again. Okay? For real. We're going to go into some of this rhetoric and then we're going to get on up off of here, y'all. Shout out to Drake. 2 more days, sir. 2 more lovely days, sir. You know what I'm saying? I would imagine some people, you know, they want to talk their little smack, you know what I'm talking about? And, you know, push forward many efforts to get the job undone. But we're going to get it done regardless. Shout out to you, Drake. You know what I'm saying? Let's see. Shout out to Jason Collins. May you rest in heaven, Con, sir. You was 47 too. You was a young cat. And you had stage 4 brain cancer? Ooh-wee. Know what I'm talking about? You had it for quite a while though, because the NBA definitely, he was an NBA player, by the way, for people who don't know. He played for teams like the New Jersey Nets, and when the New Jersey Nets did their expansion and became the Brooklyn Nets, he was on that team too. Shout out to you though, Jason. You know what I'm talking about? You was 47. That was quite young. You know? And shout out to your family. Might have to go and look at this a little bit. Shout out to Drewski. I guess Drewski doing he hosting the BET Awards. I think I said it in the last video. But yeah, he hosting the BET Awards. He did a few commercials and stuff. He had John Legend in there. He had Cardi B in there. Who else you had in there? You had Martin Lawrence in there. It was quite a few other people in there. We shall see what it look like though. It's a suit and tie affair. So you know what I'm saying? Bring your young Jeezy. You feel me? You know what I'm talking about? Already. Shout out to Jennifer Lewis. You know what I'm talking about? You in these streets, huh? You don't need nobody messing with you in these streets. I guess Jennifer Lewis went on the Jennifer Hudson show, and you know how Jennifer Hudson like you for you to walk down the hallway, you know what I'm saying, to your theme music of your choice. You feel me? And Jennifer Lewis made her own song up. You feel me? And walked down the hallway to her own song. You feel me? Shout out to you though, Jennifer. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah, it was enlightening. You also did a song with Jennifer Hudson. I liked it. You know, I play it time to time. Me a nice little cup of coffee, a little brew me a nice little brew. You know what I'm talking about? Already. Let's see. Shout out to Charlie Sheen and his dealer. You know what I'm saying? From Thriller in Manila. So I guess why Charlie Sheen was doing some programs back in the day. He was high off crack cocaine. Excuse my language. I don't mean to offend or harm anyone. This is my disclaimer. Parental advisory. Explicit content. You understand me? So I guess he was doing him a little a little crack cocaine. He ain't say cocaine. He ain't say he was doing powder. He said crack cocaine. So he spent anywhere between $15,000 and $30,000 on crack cocaine. Say the dealer, I guess he was doing his due diligence, and the dealer wanted to meet him because he like, hold on. I wanted you to buy it, not be out here, you know what I'm saying, distributing it. And I guess his co-defendant, I'm pretty sure, you know what I'm saying. I don't know if the statute of limitations is up, sir. You know what I'm talking about? But I guess your dealer, it looked like he was dealing, but he wasn't dealing, he was just dallying. And he had to tell his connect that he ain't out here moving around. This is a real customer here. So he had to go. Charlie Sheen talks about how he had to go meet the connect. So the connect wouldn't connect the dots pretty much. You know what I'm talking about? He know what I'm talking about. Yeah, you know, I used to dilly and dally. I ran through an alley. I met a girl named Sally from the Valley. You know what I'm talking about? I definitely, you know what I'm talking about? But shit, I done already served my time. Plus, you know, statute of limitations is what it is. And most of my clientele is no longer on higher ground. So, you know, there's that. You feel me? Yeah, and this might be a little light one. We only got a couple more, and then we's gonna get to going. You understand? You understand me? Shout out to Honeycomb Breezy. Damn, you done got yourself in a little pickle, sir. So I guess Honeycomb Breezy, you know what I'm saying? I don't even know what you stated on the internet. You know the internet is so figgity and faggoty. But you talked about Sauce Walker and you talked about Montana 700. Now Montana 700 said you need to keep your name and keep his name out your mouth. You know what I'm talking about? But I think you just needed somebody to talk about you, sir. Because last time we checked, you know what I'm saying, you was getting beat up at a strip club. You know what I'm talking about? You need the people to keep you going and keep you flowing. So I guess here you go, flowing and going. You know what I'm talking about? But for the most part, nigga, we don't even know who you really is. Only time I ever seen you is when you pulled out a bankroll and talk about the money you got. You know what I'm saying? And you from Texas. That's the only reason why I really know who you are. Because, you know, I follow Charleston White. So, you know, it's a little Texas thing. You feel me? I fuck with niggas from Texas. I said Sauce Walker. So I guess you would just want to be put in the mix. You know what I'm talking about? That's all that is, I think. And that's my thoughts. You just want to be put in the mix, sir. So here you go, mixing it up. You feel me? But the Sauce Walker situation, you know what I'm saying, is quite a thick one. I think Honeycomb Breezy need to leave Sauce Walker alone. Sauce Walker do a whole a lot of everything, and he don't mind telling you, "Come on to the yard, and we gonna figure it on out." You know what I'm talking about? And we gonna be in and out with this thing. You know what I'm saying? Sauce Walker pulled out the gloves and everything. Like, let's go. What we waiting on, kind sir? We ain't gotta talk about it. We can just go get it on over with. You know, I don't think it's gonna in that type of situation. We don't need no filming. We just gonna flow. You understand? And that's how that go. So Honeycomb Breezy, if you ain't talking about doing none of that, I think you should stop talking, kind sir. You know what I'm saying? But you know, it is what it is, I imagine. You know what I'm talking about? Shout out to AP. I seen AP in the stopwatches, and everybody acting scandalous. They like, what the hell? You went from watches to stopwatches? Them stopwatches ain't gonna do nothing. They'll be still sitting on the shelves. You know what I'm talking about? You need to go with your original plan and make it happen and do it real quick, Captain. Because if not, they gonna sit where they gonna sit. Like I said before, I'm gonna see the outfits and the Jordans and the Nikes and the Air Max and the everything that connect with that situation. You need to make it connect, not be some Legos and we sitting here finding pieces too. Come on now. Stopwatches ain't gonna get it, sir. You know what I'm talking about? You need to make you a nice little wristwatch. Excuse my language. You need to make a nice little wristwatch like you did. You know what I'm saying? Get your cell off. You know what I'm talking about? Already. But yeah, let me get back on this Honey Breezy thing. Now Honeycomb Breezy decided that he was gonna opt out whoever it was that was talking to him. I guess he was of the Chinese persuasion. I mean, personally, I think Honeycomb Breezy is just fishing. Trying to get him some information going so he can get some clicks. Clicks and views is definitely where it's at in this day and age. So that's what he's doing. Just trying to get him a little click here, a little click there. Yeah, I guess this is going to be kind of light because other than Honeycomb Breezy, we really, you know, there was a few other things that I wanted to say here and there, you know, talk about this and talk about that. But to me, it ain't really, you know, I'm getting tired of just bringing a negative light to what the hell the world holds. Because the world holds a whole lot more than that. You know what I'm saying? It's very interesting out there. You know what I'm saying? And you just got to be willing to listen to it. You feel me? It's a lot of shit I listen to. But like I said, it just be either be on my story or just be in my circumference of understanding. And I don't never really, you know what I'm saying, talk about too much. Shout out to Big Bank though. Yeah, I seen you made your little click situation where you was making a public service announcement when it came to the whole Takashi 69 situation and how you and DJ Scream was having a conversation. Them other two guys, I mean, three guys, they alright, but they don't really deserve. I don't feel like giving out no light to motherfuckers who won't give out no light to me or talk to me in the windows. It ain't for me, but it was funny though. You know what I'm saying? Talking about come out and pray for you. Who praying for you, sir? You know what I'm talking about? That's what you wanted. Over 1 million views. And counting, it's gonna get to about 2 million. And that's all off conversation. You know what I'm talking about? That's just like I be here, I be on Facebook, I be everywhere. You know what I'm talking about? I don't just talk over here. I make sure it gets shared over there. I make sure it get added to my story in that light. You know what I mean? Everybody gotta win. You know what I'm talking about? We ain't here to lose nothing, right? You know what I'm saying? We're trying to make everything make sense. You know what I'm saying? Just like them AP stopwatches. They need to make sense. Shout out to Ray Ray. You know what I'm talking about? We need to make them bitches make sense, sir. Like, it shouldn't be no funny dunnies hanging off your neck ass shit. That shit crazy as hell. You feel me? I mean, but you know, to each his own. Hey, you gotta get paid somehow, I imagine. You feel me? You understand me? And we gonna make this a little light one too. I would imagine. I hope the Pistons do their thing Friday. You know what I'm talking about? We definitely gonna come on here and talk about it. we're gonna be watching the Minnesota Timberwolves versus the San Antonio Spurs tonight. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully, Wimbenyama, the young UF Dub can pull out another win, and they definitely gonna be seeing the Thunder over the weekend. You know what I'm saying? Or that Monday. You know how it go. You got to make it cohesive with what's going on. So that Monday we'll see what everybody got. Definitely Monday we're gonna see what everybody got. Maybe Tuesday. You feel me? Or this week coming up. You know what I'm saying? It's only Thursday right now, so you know what I'm saying. It is what it is. Yeah, I'm just shooting the breeze at this point. All the rhetoric is pretty much gone. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah. Oh, I want to give a shout out to Miss Hustle from the battle rap scene. I seen your music. I appreciate that kindly. Shout out to Jazz the rapper. You know what I'm saying? I see you went on vacation with your home girl. You know what I'm talking about? Shout out to the to some of the masonry brothers. You know what I'm saying? I'll be seeing that y'all little information. Let me see who else I want to give a shout out to battle rap in his own right. You know what I'm saying? I've been looking here and there because you know what I'm saying. I want to see what's going on when it's going on. I really want to see if Sue Surf and Murder Mook gonna have a situation. It definitely brings some eyes back. But that's no here nor there. You know what I'm talking about? We're gonna make real light of this situation today. You know what I'm talking about? When we will, you know what I'm saying, convene when we're supposed to convene. So at the end of the day, as the old saying goes, the smoke's gone, I'm gone.